everybody. Welcome to the stream. Got our music a little bit quiet there. Yeah, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Hey, Felix. Hey, Rust. How are people doing today? Zeke, welcome on in. Yeah, not too many buttons, not a sea of red here today. Didn't realize today was Friday. Let us make sure we've got all of our desktop noises turned off so you're not hearing all of the pop-ups on all of the things. Alright, there we go. Oh, look at all the people. Cryptograms, Amazon, Silent One, Mutt, Groovy, hello, hello. Rust, can we sell some broken power cells? We might have a few. You need some? Yeah, I got like 750. Hey, Koopy Bread. Always happy to have brand new players. Welcome to ask your questions. Excuse me. You need 15. Yeah, we could sell off 15 cells here. You can have those. For 2. I don't know what the... Is the Metis event still on? I believe so. Green Coprolite, welcome on in. Amp Mirage. I love seeing all the new faces. Great stuff. Alright. Today we are talking about... Hey, good. Barrow Hill, welcome on in. We are talking about rentals, how to do them, what they're doing, all that good stuff. It says we have 9 finished here. I'm gonna guess those are in... Oh, people are firing up the engineering bay. Looks like probably your boy using those slots, making mythic hab shards. I have to imagine that's your boy. Yeah, well, that engineering bay is for people to rent out. That's why we bought it. Hello from Sunflower Land. Hey, Will, welcome on in. Poptosis. That's a tough name. It looks like a jumble of letters to me. But hi, hello, welcome on in. All right. Where do we have? Okay. So we have a lot of people who are training up their skills in the hall here. It looks like. So that's where all those rentals were coming from. Gotta answer my questions. Yeah, Redbeard, what are your questions? That's what we're here for. Okay, so for anyone who has not seen rentals and how habitats work, that's what we're talking about today. That's what we're diving into to show people how they do and what they do. Talk a little bit about the mechanics of habitats. Hey, Bortle Music, welcome on in. So when you put down buildings on a place that can be rented, as long as you have a habitat on that plot, all the buildings on that plot will become rentable. And what that means is you get this little section added in that has whatever your current rent is, if you already have it set up, and a button to change your rent settings. So you can turn it on and off. You can check the history, people who have rented here before and what they've paid. And so the rent per hour is whatever you're setting. That's a flat fee that people are going to pay to be allowed to use that slot. So for example, in a building like the training hall, where there is no power involved, all you're doing is paying to use the slot. We have this set very high because you don't rent the training hall for an hour at a time. You're probably only using it for like a couple of minutes, right? Or seconds even, if it's very low. So basically, we've got it set to a low enough rate that we think it's very reasonable for new players to come and use this to train up their skills. Saves them having to buy a whole training hall themselves. Sunriser, welcome on in. When are we going to be able to play on mobile? Before we could play and now we can't? Oh, well, I mean, I'm able to play on mine. Maybe just post in support there and see if somebody can give you a hand. Electrical tools used in electrical parts are used up, or you can use them multiple times. Let's go have a look. So in a print shop is where we make our electronic parts. Yeah, this is what you're talking about. Those tools are consumed, so if you got them back, they would be down here on the bottom. My friend wants to level up his skills. How does he access your training hall? Well, I can grab this for you. They just come to that plot. You move around until you find your way to the plot with the house on it. Hey, Gamatsu, welcome on in. Gamastu. Have I been saying your name wrong the whole time? Level 25 or 50 would cost... Yeah. So it's definitely not worth... This is really meant for people leveling from, like, 1 to 25. Once you're going from 24 to 25, it takes a very long time, so not worth paying this rental price. But if you're under level 25 and you don't want to buy your own training hall, this is a great place to come. So yeah, what we were saying is, you have to do the math and kind of figure out, like, charge a fair price for how long you're going to be renting it out. Like, the Rover works. We know how profitable some of these Rover missions can be, so we, like, 1.25 an hour is a totally fair price for the, like, day that you're renting for how much you're going to profit by sending out those missions. Also, when you're using power, you can do the math, and one power cell is 20 units of power, and then you can figure out what the price is for power. So, unlike a lot of the other people who are renting, I'll always keep these full of power, so you don't have to worry about bringing your own power cells and figuring all that out. These buildings are already charged. Out of topic question? That's fine. Yeah, sorry. We're, like, our theme for today is habitats and rentals, so we can get that information out for people who are curious. But you're allowed to come and ask whatever questions you want. Like, you want to know, like, what the cantina does, or what a bazaar does, or how library shards are made, and how you... Ask whatever questions you want. We'll dig into them. We'll help people out. Any reason why all type of novice research paper prices are getting lower recently? Okay, so basically the cost to make papers is much lower. Like, an intro to fabrication paper probably only costs like 50 to make, if that, 2 iron and 1 research paper. Like, it's a very low cost. The only reason that those papers were selling for 200 is because people didn't want to wait the 48 hours to make the papers themselves. Now that a lot of people have leveled up, the big players who were willing to spend a ton of money on them have all paid for their papers already. No one else wants to, like, crazy overpay just to level up their skills anymore. So now people are just getting them either at a fair rate for what they're actually worth, or making them themselves. Alright. Oh, when do I have to shave my beard? That'll be June. Basically June. End of the month here. I'll wear a goatee when I have to have a respirator. What does the library do? Training hall. Yeah, okay, library and training hall. So library is mainly used for making novice research papers. But it can also get you some recipes. It can make regular research papers, and it can do seed studies, which will get you a bunch of seeds. It also has these recipes that rotate on the bottom, which let you use, like, soil, regolith, ice, basically transport some easy resources to make a lot of Dusk in comparison to how much you're transporting. You can claim one paper per day in here as well. So you go to your bookshelf, you go to a chapter, you hit complete chapter, you will gain, once per day, you can claim a research paper from here. Usually I forget to do it. That works almost every time for me. I guess I've already done it today. How does it work if you bring your own power to rent a building? Does it use full power cells in your inventory? So what you will have to do if there isn't already power in the building, you would click and you would fill this yourself. You'll get back your empty power cell. And make sure the person's not charging you for power if you're using your own power. So this number should be 0 if you're bringing your own power cells. Sorry if it's already explained, but when will we have the ability to rent our own buildings? As soon as you build and put down a habitat, which we talked about in the previous stream, how to build them. Today is when we were going over their uses and how you rent out things in the building. One of the ways to earn massive Dusk for new players is gone. Oh, you're referring to the research papers? Well, I mean, just find the next thing that people are willing to overpay for, right? That's pretty much it. So right now, I would say it's nitrogen. If you're a new player and you want to capture CO2, every nitrogen that you hit here, so you run 20 of these tasks, you get 1 to 2 nitrogen. They sell for like 40 Dusk. There's something crazy. Don't understand the logic of being able to play on computer and not mobile. Yeah, we're reading every comment. You can play on mobile. If you're having any issues, though, post in the Discord under the support channel. If I level up too much, will I not be able to post novice bids? No, so you can go to job market. You can always pick any tier that you want. So it should default to the highest tier that you're in, but you can post jobs in whatever tier you prefer. How can I get new buildings? The only way to buy them with wax in the marketplace. So you could buy them in-game with Dusk. You could... Yeah, so when you earn Dusk, you can also go and you can buy packs, for example, from the Duskworks supplies. So you can get all kinds of different buildings and all the different packs that are in here. Hi, Grilled Cheese. I received a hauling token reward from the hauler mission. I couldn't see that token anywhere in the inventory. Do you mean a hauling token, or do you mean a surveyor coin? Because those are different things. But if you mean this, a hauling token, that you created one, these I don't think they appear in your inventory. I could be wrong. But yeah, I don't know if they appear in your inventory. But regardless, hauling tokens are used to move your buildings from one plot to the other. So you can go in here, you can go upgrade and maintenance, transport, and you can choose a spot that you want to send this building to. And it will either use some hauling rovers, if you have them, a bit of metis, and some Dusk, or you can use hauling tokens to do it instead. That's why you make the hauling tokens, so you can sell them, so people who don't have hauling rovers can move their buildings. Hola, hi, hey everyone, welcome on in, new people, happy to see all the faces. Any news on the bug I posted in the rental jobs channel? Oh yes, Buzz, that has been moved up the chain, people are aware. It is currently being worked on, but may take a day or two to get sorted. So my apologies on the delay there, but we are aware and the team is working on it. When will the average job Dusk be updated? So this is, it's not that it's not being updated, this system hasn't been built yet. The functionality is there so that we know where it's going to land and where it's going to be in the future, but they're trying to find a way to do this that doesn't tax the system by looking at every single thing in existence. Like maybe a running total, or, you know, we're looking into solutions to get this thing working the way that it should without crashing everything. Where can we find my plot for rentals? My plot for rentals is here. So if you want to, you're welcome to come in and play around with how rentals work. Open up a building, give it a spin, see how it goes. And if anyone ever gets to one of my plots and there isn't power in the building, let me know and I will happily refill the buildings. I understand nothing, but some guys in my community told me that the project is fire. Hey! You are correct. Question, do you have libraries available for rent? So this is my first rental plot. it does not have any libraries on it, but in 1 day, 7 hours, I will be putting down this second rental plot right next to it, just across right here, and this one will have some libraries available for rent. In addition to just like a pile of mythic buildings and even like a mythic solar panel for people to use. So yeah, this plot going online soon. Any recommendations for new players? Got a rare solar panel, a greenhouse, a water filter. It sounds like you're doing great then. Try and get a feel for how many leftover power cells you have in a day. So you'll see I'm sitting at 174 power cells up here. By the end of the day, I'll probably go through a bunch of them, recharging power in a bunch of my buildings. So you want to try and be net positive on power cells. You want to not be buying power cells from the market. So what that means is buy more solar panels if you need them. What building can make library shards? I have a recipe from the shop for surveyor's tokens. Oh, okay. So currently you can't produce them, but soon. So similar to how recently we added the ability to make solar shards to the print shop and the ability to make where'd they go? Oh, is it only? Okay, maybe it's only in a fully upgraded one. We can make, I thought we could make mining rig shards as well. Maybe I was wrong on that one. But yeah, the ability to create the shards will be coming in those types of buildings. Engineering bay, 3D print shop. But the ability to make them is not currently available for library shards, so you'll have to buy libraries and dismantle them. A complete all button that completes my tasks from all plots at once. Just everything? Even a button to start all of my solar panels? Nice. Why no cancel option for job bids? My 4 to 5 stamina is locked in. Yep, you'll see that we probably have piles of stamina that is likely not going to get used all in here. Yeah, like a whole pile, 47 fabrication stamina that's probably just going to go to waste. So your stamina will stay in here for 7 days. If nobody ends up taking those jobs because either you asked for too much Dusk, which is what happened here, you posted too little stamina, like here we posted 1 and there just aren't any jobs for 1. Or here, this is only posted yesterday, so this will just take some time to get to the front of the line, asking for 1 and waiting in line for electrical jobs. So we don't cancel it because we can't allow people to build up hundreds and hundreds of stamina by doing this and then using it all at once on things. It messes with the economy in some weird ways. I noticed on the UI on your Find Job tab is different. Is there an update I need to do? I'm not sure specifically. Do you mean colors-wise? Because it does change colors as you level up your skills. Which is why we get options for different ones here. 2 power cells up every day. There you go. Who made the game so complex? I'll need a while to get into it. Yep, it's a game with a ton of complexity. I like how you can play as deep an integrated game as you want, or you can just grab some solar panels, sell them off when you charge the power cells, and buy empty power cells. Okay, Sunriser, we got your question. The mobile one. So, it's, you know, as far as I'm aware, it should be fine. But you're welcome to post in the support in the Discord. How many stamina does it take for an Explorer, Rover, fee, power, total cost? Sure, yeah, we can go check it out. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna go to a Rover Works. We're gonna go to an Explorer mission. So you're looking at the cost to launch the mission? Is that what you're asking, Cryptograms? 100 power and a Rover is all it takes to send it out on the mission. But if you're wondering for a rental, you'll have to go to that plot yourself and open it up and have a look. I can't check it from my end to do the math. Land sales have limits. Do you mean the ones in the shop for Dusk? Like these guys? These will be here until they sell out, most likely. Yep, what do I need the Martisans for? $100 and I get 10 metas? So there's a huge amount of prizes for the Martisans. If you have a look in the announcement section of the Discord, you'll see a much more detailed explanation of exactly what you get for purchasing them at any different tier. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of different things given in the list of what they do. You can do the little squiggle in the Discord, Martisans, and it'll give you the full explanation and links to like way more info. But a rough idea for that specific thing you're asking about, helping on land plots. So for example, the habitat slowly builds up dirty air, and you need to cycle in oxygen here. So, for example, cleaning the air needs to happen every now and then to keep it down below this mark. Once it goes above this mark, you cannot rent. Everything shuts off. So Martisans could basically run these sorts of tasks, where they keep these hazard bars low. So you're going to have those bars in the future on a lot of different buildings. So right now they're on habitats. They're on Gen 3 solar panels. They build up dust, and you need to clean off the dust. And I believe Gen 2 mining rigs as well. So they can also help by keeping buildings full with power. So anytime this number ticks down from either rentals or something, they could automatically refill them as well. Question about glitter. When will it be released? That's just keep an eye out on the Discord. We'll put out that information as we have it. In-game utility, check the Martisans page or white paper. Yep, or do the little Martisans command in the Discord. Lots of info out there. How many lands are scheduled for sale? Talking about all the occupied lands. There is not a limit on lands. We'll always have land available. Land is not meant to be a limited resource like lots of other games out there. We have an essentially limitless amount of plots. Like, the scale would have to be enormous, I think, like, you know, multiple millions of players holding hundreds of plots or something. Like, it's essentially, we can scale it up as much as we need to. Land is not going to be limited. Will the legendary solar panel on the shop be refilled in the future? I'm going to guess that you're asking about specifically Duskwork accommodations? This guy? These ones do get refilled by request usually. Like, we ran out of, I think, the common land accommodation, so we've been restocking that guy. But yeah, generally these things do get restocked. Will one Martisan be needed per plot, or can they travel? Mirage. I believe that the Martisans are meant to manage entire settlements, if I am remembering correctly, but that's basically all your connected plots could be run by one Martisan, I believe. But double check the readings and the papers on that kind of stuff. Would I be able to transfer Dusk to my Wax wallet and swap it to Wax? Koopy Bread, absolutely. You can go to Alcor to do that. If you do the little squiggle and Alcor over on the Discord. I should learn what that symbol is called. I used to know what that symbol is called. This guy. What is that guy called? Tilda. Thank you. How can I increase the space of my common land? So currently you cannot. If you could in the future, it would be very expensive to do so. It's generally in your best interest just to buy more land plots and claim more land. And yeah, you can withdraw every 2 weeks. If you ever sell or trade away your last land, you will get put on a long timer. Oh, there's some stuff to claim here. That's cool. Yeah, sorry, Rust. Links are turned off in our chat here. Yeah. Any questions about renting? Any other rental questions? People are curious about any of these things. Any other buildings in particular? I can see someone came in here and trained a bunch of their skills up a little bit. You can see it cost them a little over 3 Dusk to train up a bunch of skills to level 1 or level 2. Any advice to make more Dusk with one filled plot? Yeah, I mean, do the math on your tasks and make sure that what you're doing is actually profitable. So, you know, work out how much it costs you to buy your seeds if you're growing things, and if selling the food that you're gonna get in total is worth it, at least on average, or ideally at a minimum. So, easy math, but if you're making 10 to 100 food, you want to ideally be profiting even if you hit the bottom range of that 10 food, right? It's all positive. Everything's profit. Just want to know how to make more. Then you get more plots. You go bigger, buy more land, get wider. Profitability, yeah. Digi Pedro has some sheets in the Discord that are pretty helpful for all players. Just want to know, how do we search lands, pick loan? Gamastu, are you asking how do you find lands that you can rent from? Is that the question? Good night, Martians. Hey, how's it going? Welcome on in. 2 power cells, 150-ish in food. Nice. People got to be selling electronic parts for a loss, or they're making the tools themselves. Yeah. So I think on the market, tools are probably still fairly overpriced for how cheap they actually are to make. Like, to make electronic tools, 1 empty power cell, 3 wires, 3 metis, 1 PVC, and you get 25 charges from this. So, I don't know, not that expensive to make. We'll make a bunch of them. Just throw 6 of them in there. There we go. We'll sell these at cost. Work out how much they cost to make, and we'll actually list them on the market at that price. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's do that now. You can see 1 empty power cell, 3 wires, a PVC, 3 metis. We'll just check the biggest ones. I think metis is gonna run us like 18. PVC is probably gonna run us 20, so about 30, 40. Rover wires, I think, are like 1. Yeah, they're like another 3, so probably about 50 to make. Probably no more than 50. Like, people are profiting massively off of these. I will be selling 9 of these, or 8 of these. I'll hold on to 1 just in case, but I'll sell 8 of these at 50 a piece, because that's what it costs me to make them. I don't know. There you go. Get your Novice electrical tools, cheap and on the market. Sold at price for the people, or at cost for the people who happen to be tuning in right now. And it's 25 charges per box, I believe. We would go to tools in the shop. Click on a novice tool. Oh, it is 50. Is it 50? Wow. Yeah, 50 charges. There you go. Need to work on fabrication. Yeah. Can you show how the pirate radio works? Yeah, of course. We'll head over to the pirate radio. Curious about how land holds value if there's so much of it. Like, if there's a ton claimed, will there be so much of it for sale? So will land keep getting cheaper and cheaper? No. So it's just... It's not that it is it's not supposed to get scarcer, but it's not supposed to get flooded. It is released in a controlled manner in that there is enough for new people to claim it, but there's not a limited supply. That's pretty much it. So it should say stable. That's the whole idea. Pirate radio. We will go down here to our pirate radio. So basically, you have to have under 70 stamina to play a song, use some vibes and power, and you receive Dusk and stamina. I want to give a shout out to Felix in Discord. He helped me get set up and explained everything on how to get started. Hey, that's nice, Koopy Bread. Why are the tools sealed? Do they need to be unsealed to use? And if so, how? Yes, they are sealed. You need to unseal them in the shop on that page we were just on under tools. And then those tools are used in... yeah, we'll just play this song and then go somewhere else. Those tools are used in different recipes. So, for example, fabrication tools are used to make all of the other tools. So you need fabrication tool charges here. The sealed tools are what you use to level up your skills. So, for example, for us to go to level 25 chemistry, we need to actually have a sealed chemistry tool to do this level. Eventually, no matter what, it will be flooded. No, the whole idea is to stay even in price. It is not release everything all at once. It is, there is enough land so people can get more if they would like it, but there is not so much available that it becomes cheap, and it is not so limited that it becomes expensive. That's the whole idea. Oh, are they gone? Did someone buy all of them? I mean, if you're someone in chat who just bought all of these all at once, it's a little rude. Could have left one or two for each person to get one each. If more people want to hold their land instead of selling, price will be stable. If more people see value in their land, and there are people who sell, yeah. Hey Cheese, my net's bugging out, so the video is cutting out a bit. Oh, sorry to hear it. Novice scavenging tool, unlock advanced scavenging. Yes, correct. Is it permanent? No, it gives you a number of charges that you can use on the advanced scavenging tool. So every time you click that button, you use up one of the tool charges that you unpacked. Why are solar panel prices varying so much? So right now, I think they're available. They probably have gone down recently, would be my guess. But I don't know, I don't follow the prices that closely. But they would have gone down recently while more of these packs were just released, so that people could buy more. So people are opening these packs and then selling their solar panels on the market for less and less and less. Yep. But then when these packs run out, same thing, seeds probably just did the same thing, right? I'm assuming seed prices just went down a whole bunch because a whole bunch of these seed packs were just released. So what happens when these things are restocked are people will buy them, they'll sell the things they didn't want out of the pack, and then it'll start going back up again once these packs sell out. Can you make some robotics tools if I post a work order? Oh, you want me to provide the labor to do it? I think I already have labor up. What does it require? 25 fabrication? Yeah, I 100% have labor up here. Fabrication, apprentice. Yeah, if you're willing to pay 5 Dusk stamina, there's a whole pile of labor on the market. Probably somebody will have it lower than 5 and you'll save some Dusk there anyway. Do completed works expire? I don't believe so. I think these will just stay here until you come along and you click yes. Oh, look at all that fabrication experience, making shards for people. That's amazing. Buy and hold seeds and panels? I mean, not financial advice, but just explaining what happens when those things get restocked. How do surveyor coins work? How do you get more? Surveyor coins you can acquire in a Rover Works. So anyone can come here, anyone can rent this Rover Works if you have a rover to send out. You send it on a mission, and when it comes back, it has a chance of bringing you back surveyor coins. You take those coins to the shop, and you can turn them in for all sorts of things. Surveyor shop. So you can turn in 1 coin for a seed pack. You can get some metis from it. And then as you sort of scale up, you've got more solar panel packs here. Mines and rover packs. Those are all sold out. Factory packs, pirate radios, different land surveys, and a lot of recipes that you need to spend surveyor coins to unlock. How much Dusk per stamina? I believe 7. Oh, 5. 5 for apprentice labor there. How can I buy a novice scavenging tool for 50 Dusk? It seems to no longer be available in the shop. Koopy bread. That's where those tools were initially. Now they are created by players, and they're sold on the secondary market, just in the marketplace, not in the shop. What items can be exported to Wax and which cannot? So you can create NFTs in the engineering bay by crafting and then minting anything that uses kits, right? So a CAD kit, a mining rig kit, and then when you craft them, you can craft them as an NFT using minting tokens. But that's all very, like, nobody has Fabrication 100, so same with, like, CADs. Some people might be making Gen 3 CADs right now, I guess. I feel like Lamp might have made some of these. What's the difference between 100% risk-free mission and 0 risk? Yeah. That's kind of funny, but yeah. The reason that they are written that way, if we go back to our Rover Works here, is that this one is always safe. These ones start with some risk if your Rover Works is not max level. But as you max out your Rover Works, these go down to 0 risk. That's why they're written that way. But yeah, they mean the same thing. Do you have paper? Can you buy some? I need 23 pieces. Yeah, sure. I never mind, like, fulfilling, like, anyone needs items. We can sell them off. I don't know, like 100 paper for 1. There you go. Hopefully that gets to you. Hey, G Puelo, welcome. Oh, that's unfortunate. Is that because you're following on Twitter? Well, I'll leave those if somebody else wants them, that's fine. All from drops, Gen 3. Yeah, Gen 3 are player minted, everything else comes from drops right now. Yeah, Chipuelo, where do you usually look for your notifications? I'm just curious how it got missed. In case we're not posting somewhere that we should be, for example. It says 2 more things have finished, but I'm not sure which 2 things are done. Is it the smelt? It must be the smelter. No. CAD? Yeah, okay, some soil tasks are finished up here. An email from Twitch. Gotcha. Sounds like Twitch is up to some shenanigans then. Alright, let's keep some of these tasks going. So as our mining rigs finish, we try to make sure that we cycle them right away. They need a little bit more power here to keep going. And we'll get them back on mining probably Regolith 1. Yeah. Yeah, we have time to do this before we're gonna go out to a concert tonight. Fire up this guy. Alright, new players. What else do you want to check out? What else do you want to know about? How to repair a broken Rover. Is it worth to build new or buy new? So you want to salvage your Rovers when they break. You'll just get back a bunch of parts to start building a new one. Do we have info about the maintenance of solar panel Gen 3? Yeah, so GPuelo, you are going to have to... it has a bar similar to the one in the habitat that slowly will build up, except instead of dirty air, this will be dust. So dust builds up on this, and then you have to clean that dust off in order to keep it functional. DJ Dustin, can you talk about the Martisan pre-sale? So for that one, I'm just going to say you got to go to the announcements and you got to read through all the info that's there. That's the best description out there. Oh, Rusty Riggs. Who's that? That's a regular for sure. So if you're a regular for the stream here, we press the Rusty Riggs button, and if we ever hit a rig or a Roverworks on this roll, we will always give it away on stream. What kind of concert? We're going to see BB No Money tonight. Show the habitat and its tasks. Sure, so here's the habitat. Here are some tasks at the bottom. Product testing, turn in a bunch of coins for some money. Jam session where you create some vibes. Is the game on PC only? What would be the chain to create... Sorry, what would be the chain to create empty batteries? That is in your chem lab. Go check out the chem lab for Make Empty Power Cell. Game on PC only? No, it's absolutely available on mobile. You can check it out. With what do you clean Dusk? GPuelo, that is a good question. I do not have the panel, but you probably could find that information in the player guide if I had to guess. There you go. Rust has that chain available for you. Soil is becoming so expensive, all of a sudden I'm feeling the difficulty of not having to run through a carrot cycle. Usually would buy the soil. Yeah, so that's where you want to get your own CAD, or better yet, come here to this plot and just use the CAD here and make your own soil. We have the power, we have everything that you need, as long as you bring your own poop and soil, poop and regolith. There you go. Waste and regolith, we provide the power, and you can come here and you can make stuff. It also has a chance... This feels like a remnant, but it is here. There is a chance to get artifact shards from doing it. It's kind of funny. Yeah, thank you. Have fun at the concert. Yeah, so that's, you can find the plot right there. We linked it for people who want to go check it out and make their own soil there. For whatever reason, we also have a small chance to get artifact shards specifically in that one. I don't know if that's in every CAD. Making soil. It seems to be just in specifically the Gen 1 legendary CAD that happens to be on this plot. You have a chance at getting artifact shards right here. That's kind of funny. Maybe all Gen 1 legendary CADs do that, but it's kind of amusing. When is Dusk USDT coming? Is it listed on CoinMarketCap? Any app to track Dusk price? All of it's on Alcor. Alcor is where to go to do that. Right now it's just Wax to Dusk. And it's up to players to create those liquidity pools. The company doesn't do that themselves. Jobs. Apprentice. Fabrication. Is Dusk per stamina 5? Well, that's just how much I asked for to do those jobs. You could probably get it for less. I think generally like 3 is what people are paying for electrical. Bell Balgam. Where is what? Chat moves so fast, I'm never sure exactly what people are referring to. You want to be a little more specific? I can maybe help you The game was only a farm type. Do you have another mode? I don't know. Paulo, can you elaborate what you mean by only farm type? Can we have a tab for all rented plot listed? Yeah, so I know in the future, there are plans to, on your rented buildings, so on this little tab here, to potentially create another one where you could sort of favorite rentable plots so that you could find your way back to them easily. In the meantime, over on the Discord, if you do a tilde and then rent, it'll link you to all the plots that people have put habitats on so far. And the first 10 people to build habitats, we will put up on that sticky so that people can go and find them. Yeah. But yeah, we'll leave a lot of the buildings in here for other people to rent and use. And we'll just poke around some of our other places here. Usually we'd cycle through a few training hall items and show people, you know, what it costs for leveling up different amounts. But we started up Chemistry 25, which is a very long training session there. Suggestion for new player to get what tier of mining rig. So the thing to consider for mining rigs is that they cost a lot to level up. It might be cheaper to level up a higher tier mining rig, like an epic mining rig only needs to get to level 5 in order to get all of its task capacity, where a common mining rig needs to get all the way to level 10 before it gets full 6 task capacity. The common mining rig also takes up a lot more space. It takes up 60, where an epic only takes up 45. It goes down by 5 space per level. And I believe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I believe it's 1 slot per level for epic and higher. So epic plus would be my suggestion if you want a large upfront investment, but cheaper upgrading to get maximum efficiency out of your mining rig. What is the advantage to having plots next to each other? So, Koopy Bread, in the future, when you have a settlement that you want to rent out or have people come and join, your settlement is just going to look at all the plots that you have connected. If you had other plots that are slightly off to the side, they won't be rentable as part of your settlement to people living in that settlement. Yeah, an epic mining rig is a pretty hefty investment. You could get a regular mining rig, but you're going to have a lot less slots for it. Risked everything on rusty rigs in the beginning. Yeah, this one's always funny. People come here and they end up spending... They come here and they end up spending all their Dusk and not getting anything from it. Okay, alright. Well, it's always funny. You sink all your Dusk in here, you never win anything. Alright, so, for anyone who's new here who hasn't tuned into this stream in the past, if we ever win off of rusty rigs, whenever we get a Rover Works or a mining rig, we will always give that away on stream. So we can set up a little giveaway here for some people. Give me 2 seconds to dig through some menus. And get a giveaway set up for a common Rover Works. Common giveaway. Good. Add giveaway. Custom. Yes. Common Rover Works. You have 4 minutes. Start giveaway! Alright. Exclamation mark raffle will put your name in the hat to win the common Roverworks for today for people who have tuned in. If you are new here, a reminder, you need to be following the channel or the Streamlabs bot will not pick your name from the list. It will ignore all the people who are not following the channel. You have been warned. Alright, we'll just throw in another one. Maybe we'll give away 2 today. I mean, back to back. Wouldn't it have been wild? But yeah, make sure you're following the channel if you want to have a chance to win that Roverworks. We finally got it. We finally did it. Oh, man, it's so funny. Yeah, so in case you haven't seen it, exclamation mark raffle to put your name in the raffle for the Roverworks. The roadmap you can find over on the Discord if you do the little tilde and then roadmap. You can pull it up that way. See lots of people here, new people. If you're new here, make sure you're following. You can't win if you're not following. Okay, what two things finished? Must be more training hall stuff, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, this little training hall is available for anybody who needs to level up their skills. If you're only leveling up between level 1 and level 25, it's cheaper to level up in this training hall than to buy your own. But if you're planning on training a skill past 25 or you want to become apprentice or once you get to apprentice, it's cheaper to purchase your own training hall rather than try and use this one. What to type on Discord to see all rented plots? Little tilde and rent should link you to the right thing. Life science job. What's the stamina per dusk? I'm not sure. I have not really played around in life science at all. I just do all my own. Sorry. I would guess probably 1 dusk per stamina for novice. So for any of these at the novice tier, it's 1. 1 is what you're paying, and 1 is what you're getting. Novice skills don't pay above 1 dusk. It's only when you get to apprentice and higher that people start. Apprentice, yeah. Like, as a general rule of thumb, I've been asking for 3 for apprentice in basically anything. But we don't have those numbers yet. These will be super useful to help us figure out how much people are paying in the future, right? Alright, last chances, exclamation mark raffle. If you have not already, get your name in to win a Roverworks. We have a common Roverworks that we're going to give out to somebody who is tuning in today. We don't quite have enough power cells here. You also need to be following the channel if you're new here. If you're not following, you cannot be drawn from that list. Let's dump some more power into some of these buildings. Also cannot get any jobs with Novice 1 Dusk. Yeah, that's a rough time. Okay, that's good. So basically, Koopy Bread, you're waiting in line. It's not that you're not getting a job. It's that it could take up to 7 days for you to stand in line and wait to get to the front because there's so many people who want to work and so few jobs available for novice tier skills. There's loads of novice workers, right? Is there a way to see all the settlements? There aren't any settlements yet. Settlements do not exist yet. How do I get above novice in something? You go to a training hall when you have enough experience and start leveling up that skill. Alright. Last chance to anybody who is here. Make sure you follow the channel. We are going to do the draw. If you are not following, you cannot win. Alright, let's head over. Let's pull a common Roverworks for somebody here. Oh, habitats. Rentable plots. Gotcha. In the Discord, if you do tilde and then rent, you can see the people who have built habitats so far. In the future, maybe there'll be an in-game system to find it. Alright. Drumroll, winner of a common Roverworks is Magnum DeFi. I feel like I've seen that name. Are you here? Magnum T5, say hi if you're here. Ah, you are here. Yeah, I feel like I recognize your name. So drop your Discord name in the chat here if you wanna. Magnum said I can accept on their behalf. I like that. Magnum, drop your Discord name in the chat here, and we'll get it sent over your way. You can also drop your wax address if you want, or you can just drop your Discord name and I will DM you and we'll get it sorted out that way. But yeah, gotta drop your Discord so that I can connect with you. Also, didn't we just find a solar panel? Yeah, that we needed to reload. That's why we used up some of those power cells. We gotta throw some power somewhere else. Anywhere that we can. There we go. Somewhere to put some power. Cool. What's a tilde? A tilde is this guy. Perfect. All right. So I will take that wax address and I will get you all sorted. Right after the stream is over, I'll make sure that it'll end up landing in your inbox right here. Oh yeah, there you can see all the rewards for purchasing Martisans. So buying Martisans, loads of other benefits. Definitely worth picking up. What's a decent price for a training hall? So you can buy a training hall in the shop for a set price. I think it's 250 Dusk? I want to say? Yeah. 250 Dusk is just what they cost. Oh. So don't rent from, like, ours is 500 per hour to rent, but you have to think about, like, to train one skill, it's super cheap, right? Like, these are people training their scavenging from 1 to 5, and it costs, like, a lot less Dusk because it's a per hour price, and it only takes, like, a minute or two. It's not on the marketplace, but you might be able to get it on AtomicHub. But yeah, they're not sold on the marketplace. Because the per hour price is pretty reasonable, so that you can train up pretty cheaply. So that players who only have like 5 to 10 wax to train their skills, where they're not going to make the investment in a whole training hall by themselves, they can come rent one from other players, right? Alright, we will say thank you to everyone for tuning in. And we will catch everybody around the Discord on a later date. Any final questions? Any last burning topics people want? Quick, easy, rapid-fire ones before we call it a day here. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, always happy to have everyone on here. Answer all the questions. Talk about everything. And yeah, we'll have our regular Friday stream. Always do. Can you rent cantinas? Presumably? I haven't tried, though. I do have one or two that I could maybe shuffle over. And a bazaar. Yeah, I could probably rent out a bazaar. I'll have to move them over to a rental plot, and we'll give it a try in the future. Alright. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We will catch you all on Friday. And, yeah, have a good one. Later.